So now what we're looking at is this is the online portal. What I showed you there was what the staff will be looking at. So now this guest is interested in this service. They're a gold member, or they're the part of the WW members. So they want to choose that package. It automatically adds it to the itinerary. Now this guest is also interested in a yoga treatment or an activity. So they're looking at, let's see, they're looking at the fitness center. They find the availability. So this is repeatable. Now, the way this is set up, and again, these are all rule-based. What we've done in the back end is we also managed the lockers. It's not necessary, but if your facility needs locker management, that guest needs a locker before they can check in, this is where we actually do the locker management component as well. So what we've done for this service, we programmed it to reserve a locker. In this case, you need to choose, are you a male or a female? So I'm going to say I'm looking for one male locker. You click confirm. It adds it to your itinerary. So now I've chosen that I'm looking for a male slot. So now I'm going to choose the service, the time that I want that to be at the fitness club. So I'm going to choose this slot. It adds it to my itinerary. And now we keep building this out. We keep going until we're happy with the state of what it is. Now, if at any point you want to change the rate plan, you basically click on this little icon, and it shows you all the type of rate plans that you have for this service. So you know what? Maybe I am a gold member, but I'm also WW offer because I'm part of the crew. But I want to take advantage of the better pricing, so I'm going to say that's the deal I want. So you can go ahead and start mixing it out. At the end of this process, when you're done, you click continue. Now, because we chose a couples massage, it has the intelligence to know that I need to know, because what it does, it tracks the service separately. Because there's two people involved in our service. So now I need to enter the guest details. So I'm going to go ahead and enter these names. I don't know the guest.
Maybe after that, you'll show us also how to ensure that there's not a no-show, because I know the system is connected directly to send a text message to the guest with a reminder. That would be good.
Absolutely, absolutely. So now, once you built out your list of guests, you basically hit continue. And now you decide which guest gets which service. So now John is getting the service and Jennifer's getting that service. You click continue because this is for that couples massage. So now this is a summary of the services that I've chosen. I've chosen the couples massage and a fitness center, and two people are getting them. At this point is where you will actually create your profile. So if I log in as, let's say, so I had a pre-selected guest setup, but the guest can actually register for their accounts here. And this is where the guest will actually build out their itinerary as well. So if you notice what's happening here, the way we program this, again, I just want to show you the capabilities, is this service requires a waiver. So now when this guest, before they can continue the booking, this is a mandatory step. Remember that when COVID happened, they need to fill out the COVID forms. So this is where, if you enforce a medical questionnaire for that particular service, this is where you will actually program this on the back end. So during this booking process, the guest is made aware of all the requirements they need to fulfill before they can actually book that service. So what you're doing, you're taking, again, the load off the front desk. So when the guest shows up, they're pre-filled all their forms. So now when they come in, they're now able to get their treatment without a hassle of sitting down with a clipboard and filling stuff out. It's all seamless. So now this guest has to fill out this form. And this is a form that we just created. So these are some medical questionnaire. I'm just going to enter some stuff just to get past this step here. Age of 21. And these are all the medical questionnaire. And again, these are all designed by you. We have a complete form builder in Klickbook. You can create your own waivers. Anything you need, you can create in Klickbook, and you make it available part of the business rules. So now if you notice, it's now green. So now one of the mandatory thing is now to this particular spa wanted to capture a payment. This is a really important component as well, because maybe you have a policy that you want to your guests to pay for no-shows, or there's a percentage of the they have to pay. So you can actually capture the credit card. And what we do, we don't bill the credit card. We tokenize the card. Because what happens is a lot of times the guests are booking their appointments for maybe a month out or 3 or 4 weeks out. So it's not fair to make them pay for it right now. The flip side of that is a lot of times there's a lot of chargebacks because maybe there is a no-show. So then they will actually get in touch with a credit card company and say, listen, I got a charge on my credit card for $300. I never had that service. And then you go into the negative part of chargebacks. Everyone knows how difficult that can be. You're left at your own mercy. It takes a long time. So to prevent that, and then what you can do is part of this requirement form is where you educate the your guests about your cancellation policies, about if there's a no-show, and you explain to them you need to capture your credit card just in case. So now they're aware of what's happening. When they consented to that, you have the documentation in case there's a chargeback that you can actually present to the credit card company and say, no, this guest agreed to our cancellation policy. I have the right to charge them, and we tokenize the card. So there's a lot of intelligence that was put into this. We just don't hit the card. We actually build a process into making sure you actually do it the right way. It doesn't burden your staff and you go into an endless loop.